Good afternoon, Chester. This is Billy Rose and your weekly forecast for around Chester, Illinois. It is 3:42, and I got to get this done real quick because I've got to get to church. Starting out, we're looking pretty clear. If we pan out, just around Killeen, there's a couple storms kicking off around Killeen and Gatesville. Then you're going through Dallas, you got some storms, Little Rock, Mississippi, Nashville, going through Kentucky all the way up to Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Toronto. Other than that, it looks pretty good. Currently in Chester, we got overcast clouds, temperature at 57, it feels like 54. Wind speed is at 18 miles per hour and humidity is at 51%. So let's get to the 7-day forecast. Sunday, April 19th, you got a high of 65, a low of 43, sunny. Monday, April 20th, you got a high of 62 and a low of 48, sunny. Tuesday, April 21st, you got a high of 76, a low of 57, sunny. Wednesday, April 22nd, a high of 78 and a low of 60. Thursday, April 23rd, you got a high of 79 and a low of 69, mostly sunny. And then on Friday, we got that 70% chance of storms with a high of 73 and a low of 50. And Saturday, April 25th, got a high of 64 and a low of 51 and a 40% chance of rain. Here's a look at when those storms come through on Friday into Saturday. And let's go ahead and get real quick to the video. This is the storms that happened this week. We've had a pretty active week of weather, but you can see the rotation in the cloud as we watch this, and you'll see a tornado just after this particular video. And I got this moving a little bit faster, a montage of different angles of the storm. But this is the tornado that you've seen from this rotating clouds. And not fully condensed, but you see the debris at the bottom right there. And we'll have a different view of this particular storm here in a second. There it is, and now it's roped out and it's fully condensed to the ground. And you see the debris. Here's a different view of that same tornado. And these guys are going to get a little close, but you can see the debris at the bottom. Different views going through there, starting to rope out a little bit. So it's been a pretty hectic week. These guys have been chasing this storms all week long. But here it's not condensed, but you can see it's still rotating. You see the debris on the ground spinning. Just because you don't see it fully condensed doesn't mean that it ain't dangerous. So we got a few spots in there. Right there is a good video. You see it spinning. Anyways, that's the montage of videos this week, and probably in the next week or two, we'll probably start to see some more active weather, depending on a low pressure system that's coming across the Rockies, and whether what direction it goes, if it goes north or northeast or east. So we'll have to see later on. But other than that, that's all I got. If you ain't got nowhere to go for church today, at 5 o'clock you can go to First Baptist Church, or you can go to Sunday morning service at 10:30 at First Baptist Church here in Chester. You guys have a good rest of your weekend.